What if I told you that your life right now is not the result of your intelligence, your talent, or even your effort? Your habits control your life, whether you know it or not. What if I told you every action you take is not really a conscious decision? You're following patterns, scripts your brain has learned over time. And here's the truth. If you don't understand these patterns, you'll keep repeating the same life again and again without knowing why nothing changes. That changes. Welcome to Essence of Books Explained, where powerful ideas are broken down into simple, practical lessons you can apply immediately. This is part 1 of our deep dive into Atomic Habits by James Clear. This is not just an explanation. This is a transformation. If you stay with me until the end, you won't just understand habits. You'll understand what's been controlling your life. Part 1. Your life is a reflection of your habits. Take a moment and look at your life, where you are right now, your health, your income, your mindset. None of it is random. It is the result of what you repeatedly do. Not once, not occasionally, but consistently. Your habits are like invisible forces shaping your direction. Good habits move you toward success. Bad habits pull you toward failure. And the most dangerous part? You don't notice it happening. Because habits don't create instant results. They work slowly and silently, like water shaping rock over time. That's why someone can live for years with bad habits and only realize the damage when it's too late. And someone with good habits may not see results immediately, but eventually becomes unstoppable. The 95% rule research suggests that most of what we do daily, up to 90 to 95%, is automatic. That means most of your actions are not conscious decisions. They are habits. Think about your morning. You wake up, you reach for your phone, you scroll. Did you decide, or did it just happen? That's a habit loop. Brushing your teeth, checking notifications, reacting to stress. These are patterns stored in your subconscious. You are not choosing them. You are repeating them. And if your habits don't change, your life won't change either. Part 2. The habit loop. According to James Clear, every habit follows a simple structure. Cue to behavior to reward 1. Cue, trigger. A cue is the starting point of every habit, the signal that tells your brain to act. It happens automatically, often before you're aware of it. Cues can be time, location, emotions, or actions. Notification, check phone, boredom, scroll, bed, sleep. Over time, your brain links cues with behaviors. Eventually, the cue doesn't just remind you. It creates a craving. Some of the strongest cues are emotional. Stress, boredom, loneliness. Habits also chain together. One action becomes the trigger for the next. The key insight: control cues and you control behavior. Design your environment. Make good cues visible. Make bad cues harder to reach. 2. Behavior, action. If the cue is the spark, behavior is the action. It's what you do, but it's not random. Your brain asks, is this worth it? It evaluates effort, reward, and ease. If it feels easy and rewarding, you do it. If not, you avoid it. The easier the action, the more likely it happens. That's why you scroll instead of reading, watch instead of studying. Not because of discipline, but because it's easier. Your brain follows the path of least resistance. With repetition, actions become automatic. You don't decide. You just do. That's how habits form. Every habit is made of small steps. Pick up phone, unlock, tap, scroll. Change one step, and you can break the habit. Behavior is driven by expectation, not reality. You don't act because of the reward. You act because of what you expect it will be. You scroll, expecting entertainment. You eat, expecting satisfaction. You check your phone, expecting connection. The reward doesn't have to be real, just expected. Even when it disappoints you, that expectation keeps the habit alive. Identity and behavior. Every action you repeat shapes who you believe you are, not once, but consistently. I procrastinate. I check my phone too much. I'm disciplined. These aren't just thoughts. They're identities built from repeated behavior. Your actions are like votes. Every time you do something, you cast a vote for the type of person you become. Skip work? A vote for procrastination. Stay focused? A vote for discipline. One vote doesn't define you, but repeated votes create a pattern, and that pattern becomes your identity. And once that identity forms, something powerful happens. You start acting to stay consistent with it. If you believe, I'm not disciplined, you'll naturally avoid hard things. If you believe, I'm someone who shows up, you'll push through, even when it's difficult. That's why real change isn't just about what you do. It's about who you believe you are becoming. Change your actions, and you slowly change your identity. And once your identity changes, your behavior follows automatically. The key: insight. Shape the action. Most people rely on willpower. I need discipline, but real change comes from design. Make good habits easy. Make bad habits hard. Want to read? Keep a book close. Less scrolling? Remove apps? Exercise? Start small. Behavior is the bridge between intention and results. It's shaped by ease, repetition, environment, expectation. Master the action, and the habit follows. 3. Reward. Why the habit sticks. The reward is why the habit exists. No reward, no habit. After every action, your brain asks, was this worth it? If yes, it remembers. If repeated, it becomes automatic. Even small rewards matter. A laugh, relief, a small win. These train your brain to repeat behavior. Over time, the loop strengthens. Cue to behavior to reward, and eventually, the brain expects the reward the moment it sees the cue. That's the craving. Why bad habits are hard to break. Bad habits feel good now. Good habits pay off later. And your brain is wired to choose what feels good in the moment. Every time you take an action, your brain asks, what do I get from this? Right now. Bad habits answer that question instantly. Scrolling, instant entertainment. Junk food, instant pleasure. Avoiding work leads to instant relief. The reward is immediate, clear, and easy, but good habits are different. Studying leads to results in the future. Exercising leads to benefits over time. Building skills leads to slow progress. The reward is delayed, sometimes invisible at first, so your brain compares the two, immediate reward versus delayed reward. And almost every time, it chooses now. Over time, this creates a powerful loop. Bad habits get repeated more often, which makes them stronger, easier, automatic. Good habits get delayed or avoided, which makes them weaker, harder, inconsistent. And there's another layer. Bad habits don't just give rewards, they remove discomfort. Stress, scroll, bored, eat, overwhelmed, avoid. That relief, even for a moment, trains your brain to come back again and again. So the real problem isn't that bad habits are bad, it's that they are designed to win in the short term. The insight: if you want to break a bad habit, you can't rely on willpower alone. You have to change the reward system, make bad habits less satisfying and good habits more immediately rewarding, because your brain will always follow one rule. It repeats what feels good now. The key: insight. Control the reward. Control the reward. And you control the habit. Because every habit runs on one question. Is this worth repeating? If it feels rewarding, your brain keeps it. If it doesn't, it fades. For example, you pick up your phone and start scrolling. Why? Not because it's truly valuable, but because you expect a reward, entertainment, distraction, relief. And sometimes you get it. A funny video, something interesting. That small reward tells your brain, do this again. Even when most of the time it's boring, that possibility of reward keeps the habit alive. Now flip it. Let's say you want to build a reading habit. At first, reading feels slow, no reward, so your brain rejects it. But if you add a reward, like reading with coffee or tracking progress or feeling a small win after 5 minutes, now your brain starts to say, this feels good, let's repeat it. That's the key. Bad habits stay because they feel rewarding now. Good habits fail because they don't. So if you make good habits satisfying and bad habits less rewarding, you don't fight the habit, you rewrite it. Finally, the reward is the final signal. It's the moment your brain decides, repeat this, or let it go. Your brain doesn't remember what's right. It remembers what feels good. If it feels rewarding, it stays. If it doesn't, it disappears. So, understand this. You don't control your habits with force. You control them with reward. Change what feels good, and you change what gets repeated. And once those changes, everything changes. If you've made it this far, you already see it. Your life isn't random. It's a reflection of what you repeat every day. And here's the truth most people ignore. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems, your habits. But now, you're aware. And awareness is where change begins. So starting today, don't try to change your whole life overnight. Change one habit, one action, one small decision repeated daily. Because that's how identities are built. That's how lives are transformed. And this is just part 1. In the next part, we're going deeper into the exact strategies you can use to break bad habits and build powerful ones that stick. So if you're serious about changing your life, subscribe now, turn on notifications, and don't miss what's coming next, because the version of you want to become is waiting on the habits you choose today.